Namaste and extend my warm welcome to each one of you who are attending today's special Women's Wellness Workshop around PCOS management. And also my regards to all of you who would be catching up on the recordings later. So let's start. It's a very important topic, and I have been in touch with a lot of gynecologists when I was pregnant, and even before that, some friends, some yoga teachers who were doctors. And one thing we all would discuss or rather talk about that there are no medications for this condition actually. All is given is just for managing some symptoms. So one has to go to the root cause of it, or rather go for a more holistic way of lifestyle changes. And this is where yoga comes in picture, as yoga is not just about we know only movements or some breath work. Definitely that will help, but making some specific changes in the lifestyle and connecting with more of the your subtle body, the energetic body, and working with that as well can really help to eradicate these things from the root. And we have seen through various case studies that how yoga has been so helpful in getting the periods regular, kind of what I can say is managing the pain that many women had during periods, weight management, hormonal issues, PMS. So, lot of problems like that also have been said to be resolving with a consistent yoga practice. So, this is something really important, right? So, let's go ahead and understand it holistically today about this practice. At the end, we'll also do a small meditation. And tomorrow we will be, today it will be more of a theory class and discussions around various holistic ways of managing and healing. And tomorrow we'll be actually doing the practice part. Okay. So we interchangeably hear these two words usually, PCOD and PCOS. Are they same? No, they are not same. But the reason why they happen, if we wear a glass or a lens to see these two conditions, the reasons are pretty similar. And we have to work on the causes. Through yoga, we work on the causes, that what actually led to this. And if we can correct that, then we can manage both the conditions. So PCOD is the polycystic ovarian disease and is a condition where our ovaries contain many immature or partially mature eggs, and they eventually turn into cysts. So for those who have it, you know it. And what is PCOS? It is a metabolic disorder, and that is a little bit more severe than PCOD. And in this condition, it's mainly a hormonal issue. The male hormone called as androgens, they are actually, that hormone is released more, leading to the formation of more than 10 follicular cysts in the ovary every month. So slightly different. It's okay. You don't have to get into the technical details. If we have any of this, we have to manage it. That's the goal from today's class, right? Both are said to be occurring due to stress, poor lifestyle, and hormonal imbalance. So whether it's PCOS or PCOD, we know the cause. And it's so nice to even now be in touch with some of the holistic doctors, gynecologists who are actually telling the patients that change your lifestyle, avoid eating certain types of food, and this is the way you can manage your stress. It's so glad to know that, because it's not doctor's fault. Actually, they are really busy, and who has kept them busy? Us, of course, and many patients. So because they are really busy, they don't have time, exclusive time, to sit and give you all the gyan around lifestyle, but they expect you to do that. And all they will give you is some symptoms management pill. So what are the symptoms that happens usually with these conditions? Irregular period, missed periods sometimes, or early periods, or very erratic flow, abdominal weight gain. Infertility is also a biggest hit that we get with these issues. And I know many couples are struggling, and yoga has actually really helped them to reverse the condition. Acne, excessive facial hair growth, mood swings, depression, in some cases, even insulin resistance. So all of this, thank you. Thank you so much. So all of this are some of the symptoms of this condition. Okay. Now, Yoga practice, the holistic lifestyle, and foods has a great impact on PCOD. I can vouch on this. There are so many organizations out there who do not even promote or talk about exercise, or I mean, of course they encourage, but their whole modality is around only food. That how food, if you just change your eating habits, you can change lot of things in your body around health. So definitely in every healing, 70% is food, weight loss, PCOD. So all of you today who are here and those who are going to hear the recordings, you have to kind of take your food very seriously. If you really want to heal without medication, we have to take a vow today that I'm going to bring some positive changes in my diet. That is most important. Yeah. So we're going to discuss a journey or a process, or I can say a plan that you have to seriously implement. Let's not take this as another class today that, okay, yeah, I already know a few things. I'm going to again hear it just for my information. Let this information lead to some transformation today. Let this class be a reminder of certain things that you already know, but now it's a time again. Let this class be that, a trigger to you that I will definitely make some changes in my lifestyle because I'm suffering with this condition. Yeah. So we are going to, this plan is going to be following some yoga lifestyle and bringing some food changes. So let's go one by one. First step that you need to add in your daily life when you're managing these conditions are yoga asana, postures, because they improve the blood flow. And as we know, we are not just this body, we have energetic body as well, where the prana flows. So yoga always sees disease from this perspective, that whenever the prana shakti is weak in the body, especially in certain organs, if it's around reproductive organs, we might get hormonal issues, PCOD, PCOS, infertility. So what yoga practices and particular asanas they do is they improve the prana shakti to the pelvic region, improving the health of your reproductive organs overall. Hmm? And of course, on from the physiological point of view as well, uh, practices like hip opening, pelvic floor strengthening, it strengthens our uterus and functions of our gland. Now, there are well proven research here. Okay. There are case studies and researches that say that overall yogasana practice and pranayam helps to improve the function of our all the glands. So in that case, even our reproduction is a very big process that is happening in the body. Glands are involved there, hormones are secreted, so even that functions can be improved. Pranayam, we know that how it balances our body and mind, and how hormones are connected with our emotions as well. So adding breath work regularly can be a game changer as well when it comes to managing these conditions. We have to also beat the stress. We cannot, no one in this on this planet will ever say that I have no stress or stress will never come to me, or I'm going to live a life in such a way that no stress at all. It doesn't happen like that, right? So we all have to manage stress. That's where somebody who is regularly doing yoga or meditation and somebody who is not doing yoga meditation, there's a big difference here. It's not that a person who is a yoga teacher themselves or who is practicing regularly, they don't have stress. They do, but fortunately, they have the art of managing it. So today, through this class, we will also discuss on how to apply mindfulness and meditation on a regular basis. So it becomes your second nature. You cannot go without it. That's how you will manage your stress. Uh, I have literally seen some people following really good lifestyle. They exercise, they eat even nutritious food, but because of stress, they have this PCOD. So again, it's a very important factor. We cannot get away with the fact that I'm a regular with my exercise, I'm eating good. But if you're not mentally and emotionally stable most of the time, then again, this is going to hit you hard. Okay. Yogasan will also helps with metabolism restoration. This is the reason why PCOS happens. And we will also understand the correct approach yoga practice does not work like a capsule. So in tomorrow's class, okay, tomorrow's class, we will also discuss a magical therapeutic approach that when I am doing my poses, how can I expedite the whole process of healing? How can I make my prana travel to my weak organs? So this magic happens through yoga. And we all can definitely learn that approach if we are just, open to this new truth around yogasan, that there's a difference between exercise, physiotherapy, and asana. If we understand this, you see the magic happens in through yoga therapy. This is the reason. Yeah. So tomorrow, when I will share some practice part, I will also share this approach, this magical approach that can really bring quick transformation in your healing journey, irrespective of what condition you're struggling with your hormones. Okay? Now, something other than yoga, we are just going to, for next few moments now, discuss some lifestyle tips around this. Maybe you know this, but let again this all serve as a reminder to you. Somehow or other, I would say, yeah, I have just mentioned two elements here specifically, but I would say that try to connect with all the five elements. Yeah, you all know the five elements, starting with earth, water, fire, air, space. As per naturopathy and Ayurveda, and even yoga for that matter, whenever we lose our connection with this nature, or when we are too much functioning on the autopilot, our body can start building up on some disorders. Dis-ease, something in the body is not at ease, because the universe is made up of these five elements, and so is our body. And there has to be a harmony between that. If my elements in the body are not working well, definitely I'm going to have an issue with that. And especially when it comes to reproductive organs, hormones, we also emphasize a lot on doing some sadhana around water element. So of course, tomorrow I will speak in detail because that's the most important element for us. But other than that, some of the practices that are highly recommended, let's say if you're not a fully yoga person, you don't like too much of asanas, it's okay. It's okay to add, at least to begin with, any kind of exercise that you resonate with. And it's okay to do here anything. I'm not saying that you have contraindications with exercises, strength training, jogging, swimming. You need to have a better blood circulation in your entire body. So jogging is recommended. Brisk walking is also highly recommended for those. Let's say some of you are beginners, you've never done much of the exercise, and directly jumping into some dynamic one does not suit you well, then you can definitely go for brisk walking. How much brisk walking now? Start with steps counting. So I'm going to give you goals here. So start with at least 3,000 to 4,000 steps and gradually working it up to around 7,000 steps. And ideally, like a 45 minutes to 50 minutes of walk would be 10,000 steps. So slowly aspire for 3,000 steps, then 7,000 steps, and eventually up to 10,000 steps. If you reach up to 10,000, your PC, your hormones will, imbalance will run away from the body, right? There's no place for it. So don't undermine the power of walking. If you really connect with, more of with nature walk, nothing like it, but try to count the steps so that you're more dedicatedly, doing all of that. So basically what we are doing, we have to somehow also connect with the elements. So when we go out in the space, open space, obviously we are connecting with the air element. And if possible also, you can try to spend some time with sun. Okay. Now, if you see in our ancient time, what would our ancestors, grandmoms, or mother, maybe some of you till date doing it, what would they do with sun? Do you remember anything, any ritual that your family members used to follow? Anything anyone wants to share, maybe in a chat box or unmute or anyone, so that I know that all of you are there and hearing me? Anyone? What's that? Surya Agra? Okay. Surya Pujan. Like, yeah, Surya Pujan. Our every ritual had a big science around it. So every ritual had a science. Spending time in sun is so much connected with our hormones. So yeah, even Surya Namaskar, pray to sun god day on a daily basis, right? So it's really very essential to connect with this element of fire as well, sun, which brings about transformation in the body. So some of the hormones that are not released properly in the body, like let's say the sleep is disrupted, then when we spend time with sun, mood swings can get better. The hormone melatonin starts to get released better, improving our sleep quality. And sleep has a deep impact on our healing. We cannot undermine the power of sleep, you know. So spending time in sun. And how would you practically apply it now? So what is the action plan here now through this slide for you? Is how many of you are into some kind of exercise? Yes, no, you can write both. Like, no, I'm not at all into any exercise, or yes, I am into. And how much do you do it? Once in a week, twice a week? How is it going? Yes, yes, daily. Very good. Okay, okay. Very good. Excellent. Very nice. Okay. And don't get discouraged. Even if you think that, hey, I'm exercising so well, but still I have this issue. Wait, let's explore more. Let's explore more. Let's understand more around it. So if you are already into it, very good. So daily minimum 20. This is minimum, okay? Please go ahead and go for longer time if you have. Some physical activity from whatever we just discussed has to be your normal part of your life. There is no remedy, class, workshop, any coach or a guru who will speak on consistency and sincerity. That is something has to come through you. You have to just connect with your own inner power. You have to put, like, I started doing it. I always feel that I wanted to do something, but I was not consistent. So I would stick it everywhere in around me. Just stick on a board, reminder on the phone. And that brings me to the track all the time that yes, I am going to be consistent with this one. So at this point of time, for those who are not regular with the exercise, see what you can do. Find out the possibility today itself. Healing happens to those who take action. Just hearing my class is not going to make any difference in your life. Okay, these are just reminders that I'm giving you. So today, figure out that what time, if I miss that time, which other time, have plan B ready also that, okay, if I miss that hour in my day, which other time I'm going to give myself that time, go for a walk, or if I have some spinner at home or I have cycling, what am I going to do? Very important. And please, let's stop doing one thing. Please do not again have your gadgets bombarding the music or anything. That's not good. We need to be mindful also. I know it's a common culture in gyms to have this loud music. If you are part of that, I can't help it. It's okay. But if you are doing, like, going for a walk or doing something exercise on your own, please do not have this loud music which externalize your awareness. When you're doing something for yourself, you stay connected to that. These are some of the small tips which nobody talks about. Why you think that some people who are still regularly going to gym and still, are not having a healthy lifestyle? Why do you think? Is because there is no connection between what they are doing and their mind. There is no consciousness into it. So if you want to heal, it's a serious work. You cannot get away with the distractions and all. So you have to shut down all the external noise, try to connect with yourself more, breathe, chant some mantra mentally. So try to make it very holistic and conscious experience also when you're exercising. You're you are just sitting in a sun for a few minutes. You can do your breath work in the morning sunlight. So make it very conscious. Okay. Somehow or the other, you have to also find chances to be active. For example, if you have a chance to climb the staircases, do that. Just try to be more physically active. Just inspire your friends also around you that yes, let's take stairs, and you can skip lift a while you can do this, just to keep yourself active and as a habit to you, that not every time I'm going to have shortcuts in my life, I will work hard, right? So physical exercise. Okay, how many of you, please put yes in the chat box if you are convinced that I must now be more consistent. Some of you already said yes, so please keep it up. Increase it if you want. How many of you will now start? Yes, I am noting down all the yeses. Yes, yes. See, this by putting this conscious yes, also it's like a affirmative to our own mind that I've already committed to some teacher who is talking about it. It gives us little push around being more serious. See, and I've given you all the option. As a yoga teacher, I did not just say that, okay, sit on the mat. Start with any physical exercise. I really don't mind. But you have to do it, but with consciousness. Don't just while walking, keep talking, gossiping, or while gymming, just bombarding those loud songs. No. Just try to make it more deep conscious experience. That's the only condition I have. You can do any exercise that you resonate with. Okay. So thank you for all the yes. That really inspires me. Okay. Okay. The second part comes now is food. Very important. Okay. Again, you already know this, but we will still have a reminder class. All of you today, please. All of you today, you're going to do, I know it's a weekend, so you have a chance to do it. You're going to do the housekeeping of your kitchen. Yeah. And tell me honestly, put in the chat box. Is there anything in your house right now that is not good for your condition that you already know? Like point number 3, strictly avoid. Be honest. Wow, everybody eats healthy here, looks like. Nobody's writing yes. Yes, thank you, Radhika. Refine. Hitanshi, thank you. We have. Very good. I love your honesty. I really hats off. I appreciate that because we will be an action taker only when we are honest with ourselves that yes, I am going through some bad habits. Yes. So yes. So usually when I take this detox program, sometimes or we take. So at that time, our first step, I never tell them bring this, eat that. I give recipes. No, we start with housekeeping. Do not, at least for few days or months, I would say minimum best, and this is up to you now. 21 days to 66 days is a very good time for your brain to take deep, go through deep changes. Okay, now let me ask you this question. How many of you think that, Mataji, we are already aware of what you're saying? Of course, we learn something in every class, there's a new perspective, but I'm already aware that I need to eat healthy, exercise, but I'm not able to do it. Put yes, big yes in the chat box if you are the one, you already know certain things about health and well-being, but we just struggle to follow through. Now here, I assume I'm going to yes, get maximum yes here. Tomorrow in the practice class, we'll also discover one more hack to be more disciplined around our paths. But let me share why this happens. Our brain is very smart. It is designed to keep us safe. And when it comes to safety, the brain will always go by default to a schedule, to a food, to a routine, to a lifestyle, which has been our habit. Because something that is our pattern now feels more comforting and safe, right? Whatever mind, brain is used to, it's very easy for the brain. So brain will never will support us to change the lifestyle like this. So what to do then? Somehow the other, you have to hack the brain for 66 days. It's not 21 days anymore. Yeah, it's as per the neuroscientist, it is 66 days, then rewiring happens. Eating healthy, exercising will become your habit now. You won't be forced every morning and to say yourself, oh my God, again I have to exercise. No, most of the days you will be looking forward for the whole routine of healthy eating and exercising. So just for this I know it's a long time, but it's worth it. Let's make this journey sustaining. Yeah. Start with, give yourself 21 days and another 21 days and then another 21 days and like that. Just somewhere follow through and don't go into a guilt trip. If someday you miss, never mind. Say, okay, I'm starting again. I'm starting again tomorrow. So food is a very big culprit. One thing that you all should be doing from now onwards is for some time or forever if possible. Please throw too much of packaged food, refined food. The foods that have lists of ingredients on it is not your regular food. Simple. The food that has lists of ingredients on it, yeah, listen again, is not your regular food. And if you end eating a lot of packet food and you see the ingredient list, so it's advisable, not at all advisable. A moment. Yeah, thank you for your patience. Yes. So imagine our fruits and vegetables. Do they have ingredient list on it? Because they don't need to be. Like they are fresh when eaten fresh, otherwise it gets stale. Seasonal, organic, wholesome, and pranic rich food. Sometimes we think that I'm eating whole wheat, everything, things made with whole wheat. But when it's fried too much, when it's processed too much, it's also a dead food. The difference here, I'll give you an example. When I put a wheat seed, a wheat grain in the pot, and if I put whole wheat noodles in the pot, what do you think will grow? Noodle or a pasta which is whole wheat will not grow. But the whole wheat that I've actually put will sprout, right? So you see, if you're vegetarian, we should not feel proud that, oh my God, I'm vegetarian. Most of the vegetarian people are also nowadays eating dead food that is processed. So it's very essential. नमस्ते. उधर बैठो, उधर हवा आ रहा है ना आपको, इसलिए नीचे रख दो. So we think that, oh yes, I am a pure vegetarian, I only eat prasadam. So I'm sorry, it's a myth. We cannot offer, we think that, oh, because it's prasad, I can offer anything, whole wheat and all. So we have to be also very mindful. The food needs to be more, pranic in nature. It has to have prana shakti in it. Achha, right. Okay. So very important concept, pranic rich food. See in your plate every day now. Scan. Change the habits. See if my food is dead food, even if it's vegetarian or not. Too much of packaged food definitely is not your go-to food. And especially, trust me, if you're really serious on healing without medications and complications around fertility, just stop. For 3 months, you will see magic with many things in your. So for some time, 3 months is a very good time to bring cleansing to the whole body. Even Ayurveda says this. So even Ayurveda says that when you change, like if anybody wants to conceive or they want to go through a nice detox of the body, no matter what kind of erratic life you had before, you will be always able to bring some changes. So 3 months, give yourself time, keep patience, follow through this plan, LB guide. The right food for PCOD in general would be high pranic rich food, is fresh and seasonal vegetables and fruits. So focus on at least, let's say, I'm not asking you to be like going on this plan for whole life. Of course, when I say this, I'm not saying that please eat packaged processed food, but let's be practical and honest. When we are traveling sometimes, when we have some weddings, you can still choose wisely. But sometimes it's okay. But if you're serious about your condition, at least 3 months, you really need to be following that to a great. So whole grains, lentils and millets are also really good. You can add. Now something that you must add. So if you don't have this right now in your house, please get some nuts and seeds. Of course, nuts, some of the nuts and all you have to have in moderation, but try to include them in your diet regularly. Especially flax seeds is blessing for your hormone. Eat flaxseed, no flaxseed, but you still don't eat it. I mean, sorry, if you do, if you still like, don't know how to use it. Anyone here? How many of you actually have no flaxseed or you eat it? Anyone? Yes, no? Flaxseed is actually considered as a super food for women. So something that I would highly recommend all of you is to add. Yeah. So anybody with flax seeds don't know what is flaxseed? Yes, I'll come to all the questions at the end and tomorrow. Okay, at the end we'll do. So looking at the comments, I think many of you don't know much usage of flax seeds, but let me tell you how versatile flaxseed can be. It has a bland taste. So you can actually use flax seeds even in your rotis, soups, dals. You can just add a powder. It has to be roasted first for more digest for so that it gets digested better. Yes, maybe many of us know we bring it when we hear some health podcast or when we try to do some food challenges, but we don't consume it regularly. Sometimes even just the roasted flaxseed can be eaten otherwise also. Like 1 tablespoon to start is a very good quantity to have per day. 1 tablespoon of roasted flax seeds. You can powder it, you can have as it is, and you can add it in your different chilas, dosas that you do. So please try to add flaxseed, but no shortcuts. Okay, don't think that okay now I'm eating flaxseed. No, no other changes. Add it with another lifestyle. Okay, and low GI food is nothing but your fruits, vegetables. The slower conversion of carbs into glucose. And high GI food we know, maida and refined and bakery products. All of that are also high GI food. So glycemic index we need to be on a lower side. And something that you need to avoid is a dead food, that is your packaged, processed, refined flours. And please take this challenge, your life will change. Please avoid too much of white sugar. In fact, remove it from your diet if possible fully. So you need to reduce few things from your house as much as possible. And especially when you're, be careful, huh? Especially when you're on the healing journey, you definitely don't want this sugary food and drinks. Please, you have to see the moment you're craving for some sweet. I understand we all crave. Please keep one practical tip I'll give you is please keep fruits more at a visual sight. Sometimes the fruits have a very humbling corner in the house, and all these packets and cookies and chips and colas, they are really visible in the fridge all the time. So the moment you open the fridge, if you end up seeing that, you will end up eating that. There is no doubt about it, right? So keep your fresh fruits, nuts and seeds visible more in the house so that you will end up going to them when you want to snack or you have some sweet craving. And there are a lot of healthy substitute for all of this white sugar as well. If you're comfortable with honey, see jaggery is also sugar, but little bit of moderation is still okay. I feel it at least has some nutrients in it. But in the name of sugar, that I'm not having white sugar, if you end up having more of the jaggery, that's also not nice. Moderation is the key. Dates are also a very good option substitute to make some healthy nuts and dates laddus that people make nowadays. Super easy to make. Just you have to bind everything together. Very easy to make. So you can have. It's not that life will become boring when you will leave sugar. You have lot of amazing options which actually will keep you energized for a really long time. Yeah, try this. Initially, it will be difficult. Trust me, if you get into this train of eating a healthy food every day, including nuts and seeds, it will be so amazing for you to see that how your body craves for this more and not for the junk food. This is a proof. We have all gone through this journey. It's not that we were born sattvic, okay, I'm not going to eat. We all have our journeys and we realize that what pathetic feeling the junk food gives us after eating, but how fresh we feel when we are including the right food in our diet. So, especially for hormones, food is a very big culprit. You have to take care. Okay. And little more tips around naturally fermented food, which gives us this vitamin B12 is good for hormonal balance. So, have this dosa, idli. Now, if you can't digest as per Ayurveda, see, you can, of course, avoid it. But the holistic advices are given around naturally fermented food to be consumed for hormonal balance. If you're not vegan, you know the source. If you know a good source of your milk, A2, and the ghee, there is no harm in having desi cow ghee in your food. Ayurveda highly recommends that as well. So I practice this balanced approach. Yes, if you don't trust the source of your milk, it's a packet milk and you don't know how it is produced, it's best to be vegan nowadays. But if you can trust the source of your dairy, you can consume it in moderation. Ideally, if you really don't know the source, I have this big thing to share with you. Please stop dairy for a few months. Your hormones will fall in place. Trust me, milk milk products can play a very big role in disrupting your hormones if the source is not right. If you're already drinking milk which is injected with hormones and produced in the factories, it's no good for yourself, right? But if you know the source, let's have a balanced approach. Instead of quitting completely, try to find a better source and have in moderation. Follow a healthy plate rule. You should just look at your plate every day and see how much of my food is closely connected to Mother Earth and how much is like a dead food or processed food. There should be a beautiful blend and a balance of it. It's if your body is able to digest some raw food, there is no harm in having more of the salads for your lunch, fruits, vegetables, salad, green juice, red juice. So, having a food which is closest to Mother Earth, less processed, less cooked, is definitely going to give you more nutrients and energization. So, just always scan your plate and see whether everything is overcooked all the time or the food is processed. You need to be a little mindful around that. Just look. That's why I say that also for healing any condition. For today, we are speaking about hormones and PCOD. Try to be mindful even while eating so that your body itself is so in tuned actually with your inner states that if you are grounded and if you're looking at the plate, you just feel like eating more healthy food. Trust me, this will happen gradually. But because we are so on autopilot and unaware that we're just dumping ourselves with something. And this is a rule. What happens when we eat food that is difficult to digest on a regular basis? See, we all have this amazing, miraculous system in our body healing. Now, tell me one thing. Anybody ever got fever? Yeah, put in the chat box the next answer now. Yeah, you all have got fever. Uh, Tell me one thing now. Does fever has any medication actually? Yeah, fever has a medication? No. For those who think that my Dolo, my Crocin or paracetamol is the medicine for fever, it is not. It is for your symptoms of body ache and headache. All it does it. So how does the fever go? Where does the fever go? Your body naturally heals, right? Second example, ever got fracture or seen anyone? So what does a doctor do when it's a regular fracture? What does he do? He just puts a cast externally. He puts the cast externally. Internally, the fusion happens on its own, right? Where does this lead us towards? This leads us to that our body can heal itself. It has a healing power. But because of the dumping that we do every day with unhealthy eating and lifestyle, we are not allowing that power to heal ourselves. We are so living like a robot or unconscious or on autopilot that just like, because I'm hungry or it's a time to eat, so I eat. So connect with your food. Naturally, your choices will become healthy. These are some of the hacks. If you live mindlessly, you will never be consistent in your life with healthy eating. Eat mindfully. Eat in silence at least one meal a day. I understand we all have families. Sometimes we are in office, but at least have minimum one meal, which is so like, you're praying. Pray before eating. Also pray that let this food nourish me. The way, this has become prasad now. So many devotees I know, they offer the food. When it's come to your plate, again pray that let this food nourish me. So eating with that consciousness, your healthy food, it's really good. So again, I'm not saying that raw food is mandatory. I know some of you can't digest, but try to not kill the food completely by overcooking it. Keep certain portion of food that is steamed sometimes or boiled so that it's not completely like, losing its nutrients. Changing your cooking ware is a big suggestion given by a lot of holistic practitioners around hormones. So cook in iron or earthen pots, or third would be steel, but something that we need to avoid is non-stick and aluminum. Okay. So make this small change nowadays because of the health awareness everywhere. You might be seeing that many people are promoting a lot of uh, utensils which are practical to use also. So shift, it's okay. It's a small investment, but worth it, right? And when you're traveling, carrying your tiffins of food, please avoid plastic containers because they can leach out in your food, producing xenoestrogens, which manipulates the hormones in our body. So instead, you can go for more of the steel or a glass tiffins on a regular basis, right? Other lifestyle changes that, of course, also goes very well, should be applied in life is fixing your sleep. Okay. Having most of the days in a week, having fixed sleep and wake up time for hormonal balance will help you to, stick to your circadian rhythm. If you need help with the sleep, you can consult Ayurveda doctors. They give some really good tips. Or if your really sleep is a problem, then remember that healing will get delayed or some other diseases might, you invite. So sleep is a very big factor that needs to be fixed. I'm sure you know it, but it's my duty to repeat it. Try to avoid, if your mind is always stimulated, you should definitely avoid working or using gadgets before sleep that can disrupt. You can take a nice foot bath, warm foot bath before sleep. You can massage your feet. So you can do some hacks. You can reduce the lights in the room early on so that your brain gets a signal that it's time to sleep. So sleep and hormones have a straight connection. So sleep with whatever ways that works for you, reading a book or hearing a white noise or covering your eyes, making the room complete dark. Just try it out and fix your sleep to connect with your circadian rhythm. Healing automatically starts to happen. Sunbathing, I already mentioned that try to soak in sun in the morning hours. Uh, let's say around sunrise time till 8:38 is a good time, or in the evening during sunset. These are the two ideal times where you can take sun therapy. Just wearing some simple cotton clothes or minimum clothing. If that is not a possibility, at least go for mus linen or thin muslin cotton clothes so that maximum sunlight or is absorbed by the skin as well, right? So sunbathing is recommended. Moon therapy, moon, women's cycle, mental health, emotional well-being has always had a great connection, not just in Indian Vedic culture, but throughout the world. So moon has a great connection. So what you can do is if you really believe in the holistic application and how energy medicine, you should do one thing. You should take a glass water bottle, charge your water under the moon, especially the full moon, and then you can drink that. Or you can start doing frequently more moon meditations. This brings great connection to our Swadhisthana chakra. So connecting with moon is highly recommended in some or the other ways, drinking moon charged water, doing meditations during full moons. Yoga Nidra will help you in managing stress, Yoga Nidra, meditation, and connect to your hobby. The more we are in tune with our true selves and nature and not living an artificial life, the more healing is favorable. The favorable conditions we have to create by connecting with our own selves, self care, pursuing hobby, connecting with nature. So, this is all extremely essential and important, right? So, as this slide is still there in front of you, have a reflective moment right now that what are the things I am missing in my life among this, at least, or anything more comes to your mind. And please put in the chat box that what you would like to add, what resonates the most right now, what needs the big help. So you can add that and put in the chat box and let me know. For me personally, I would say definitely after becoming a mother, sleep needs help from my side. So for me, sleep and little bit of more connection with sun. Rest all has been going really good in my life, and but I feel that my sleep and time with sun has got a little compromised. So thank you for sharing. Proper sleep, nature walk, sun. Yeah, great. Great. So please contemplate all of you and see how you can now chalk out time. For sleep, I have started doing one thing. I have closed my apps. I have put a regulation because maybe sometimes it's not just about scrolling something, but even work wise, I get some ideas. Oh, wow, I got an idea for the class or a course. Oh, I have to reply to this person. I have to reply to this participant. Or I have to send an email. So this sometimes goes on at night also, and I used to do. But then I realized, no, let's not do it because it keeps my mind active and then again it delays me to fall asleep. So what I started doing, one action part was uh, do settings on the phone where automatically, you have this apps, they don't work only unless and until, of course, you can open it, but it's a good reminder when they say that your time limit is over for today or it's 10:30 now. So try to do some hacks around each point that you think you need to do or add, right? So, and contemplate today. ठीक है. So take a contemplative moment today and see what is something missing. We all know a lot of hacks around, and tomorrow also we can discuss more if you want. But see, how can I add few things more in my life? Maybe 10. Start with small. Don't have big ambitions so that it never becomes consistent. Sometimes when meditation was never happening in my life, I started with 5 minutes. Just sit in steady posture for 5 minutes, connect with the breath. So that beautiful beginning made me so consistent with my practices around meditation. So it's just few things. Okay, hobby. I know I can't join a whole month everyday class. Once in a week. Yeah, once in a week I can do something for myself that I like the most. All this brings some inner harmony and healing happens. Yeah, sometimes we focus so much on the problem that problem itself keeps getting magnified in our lives. Oh, I have hormone problem. Oh, I have menstruation. Oh, I have PC. We focus so much with fear, self-doubt, guilt, and why me. That energy is always there playing, and it can magnify our problems sometimes. With all the steps that I mentioned here, they can actually help us to shift from self guilt, doubt, fear to self care and self love. So giving yourself this shift of perspective is extremely essential for healing any condition for that matter, right? So today you're going to take a contemplating time on, okay, what needs to get fixed more in my lifestyle and how do I'm going to do it. Make a plan. Okay, every day this time for meditation or this time for that, right? So this is extremely important. Okay. And tomorrow we will see the demonstration now of some of the poses and breathing and mudras that are beneficial for this condition. Okay. So now we will just do a beautiful meditation around this hormonal balance. So you can all sit comfortably. So ensure you have a D&D space around you. Okay. Thank you. I will start in couple of minutes, so ensure you have a good space around you. No? You can dim the lights. If the lights are really bright, you can just switch off the lights a little bit. Okay, so let's begin. Sit comfortably. All right, everyone, welcome to this meditation. It's a dedicated space for you to connect with your inner strength today and nurture your well-being. Especially as you navigate your journey with hormones, PCOS, or any other issues around it. Now, please find your most comfortable position while sitting or lying down. If you want, you can also lie down. Gently close your eyes. Take a moment to settle in the present moment, allowing your body to find a sense of ease and support. Let's begin by bringing our awareness on our breath. Take a slow, deep inhale through your nose, feeling your belly gently expand. And then a slow, gentle exhale through your mouth, releasing any tension you might be holding. Continue this rhythmic breathing at your own pace for next few moments. With each exhale, try to release any worries or discomfort. Now bring your attention to your body. Notice any areas of tension or tightness. And with each exhale, invite those areas to soften and release. Scan your body from head to toe, simply observing without judgment. It's okay to acknowledge any feelings or thoughts that arise related to your condition. Perhaps sometimes frustration, sadness, or concern. Without judgment, simply notice them. And then with your next exhale, imagine gently releasing those feelings of frustration, sadness, or concern, like clouds drifting across the sky. You are not these feelings, they are simply passing through. Remember, you are strong, resilient, and capable. We are creating a space of self compassion and acceptance, and you are not alone in this journey. Now, let's bring our awareness to the concept of balance within our body. Imagine a gentle, warm light glowing in the center of your being, perhaps in your abdomen or your heart space. This light represents your inner wisdom. This light represents your inner wisdom, your body's natural ability to seek harmony. As you breathe, imagine this light expanding with each inhale, radiating a sense of balance and calm throughout your entire system. As you breathe, imagine the light expanding with each inhale, radiating a sense of balance and calmness throughout your entire system. Visualize your hormones gently coming into a more harmonious state. Visualize your hormones gently coming into more harmonious state. You're inspired to follow healthy eating habits and lifestyle. Your energy is flowing freely and your body is feeling supported and nourished. Your energy is flowing freely and your body is feeling supported and nourished. See yourself feeling vibrant and at ease. And now we will hear some affirmations. As I say each one, you can either repeat it silently to yourself or simply allow the words to resonate within you. Feel the truth and power of these statements. I'm in tune with my body's need and wisdom. My body is capable of healing and finding balance. I nourish my body with love and care. I embrace my unique journey with compassion and strength. I am empowered to make choices that support my well being. My hormones are moving towards balance and harmony. I am strong, beautiful, and resilient. I trust my body's ability to thrive and heal. I am in tune with my body's need and wisdom. My body is capable of healing and finding balance. I nourish my body with love and care. I embrace my unique journey with compassion and strength. I am empowered to make choices that support my well being. My hormones are moving towards balance and harmony. I am strong, beautiful, and resilient. I trust my body's ability to thrive and heal. Feel these affirmations sinking deep into your being, creating a sense of peace and empowerment. Feel these affirmations sinking deep into your being, creating a sense of peace and empowerment. Take a few more deep breaths, allowing the calming energy and affirmations to integrate fully into your being. Feel a sense of inner peace and renewed strength. As you will prepare yourself to gently return to your day to day, know that you carry this sense of balance and well being with you throughout. And whenever now you feel ready, you can slowly bring your awareness back to the present moment where you started the practice, visualizing the floor and the surrounding, wiggling your toes, move your fingers, carrying this calm and empowered feeling into the rest of your day. And whenever you feel ready, you can start rubbing your palms together, bringing the warmth of your palms on your face, up your eyes, and gently bring your hands down. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this meditation and some facts, knowledge around the disease management or the condition management through yoga. So I'll just take up some questions. Yes, so tomorrow we are going to see the practices that are also good or recommended for fibroids, but also please remember lifestyle changes is also equally important. Yeah, thank you. Wonderful. I'm glad you all enjoyed the meditation. So this recording will be always there on our YouTube channel. You can skip the theory part and you can just jump to the last part of meditation. And then it's always you can do this whenever you need it to. We all need strength and support in this journey of self-healing. Our body has that ability, but sometimes to create a favorable environment to facilitate inner healing is equally important. So meditation does that for us. It can reminds us of our own inner strength that we have, right? So please do this consistently. Yeah, we'll get the recording today itself by today evening. Yes, it is usually will be posted on our YouTube channel and on the group that you all are in, right? So yes, to anything regarding the practice part, we'll do the tomorrow's class. Will no talking. We'll just nice practice class, meditation again, and same or pranayam, everything. Okay. Does anyone have any question? Sometimes we cannot reverse few things, but I have seen how people have easily managed their symptoms. So symptoms management is something can really easily be done, and you won't even feel that you have that condition in your body. So that's the magic of yoga. The lifestyle that you follow, it will not give you any side effects of the condition that you have. So definitely it is possible. Cannot be fully reversible, but managing symptoms happens for sure. And many people I know through yoga are living absolutely healthy life. They don't even remember anymore that they have that condition, right? But you can live a very normal life. That's what I can say. Normal and happy life. Right? Are there any more questions? Yes, we will be posting. Yeah. What is prana food? Prana rich food is the food that is also rich in prana. Like, let's say, I gave you the example of wheat, right? When you put wheat in the soil and when you put whole wheat noodles in the soil, what will take life? The whole wheat, which means it is pranic rich food. So, the food that has more prana shakti in it, we need that kind of food. The food that has lost prana in it is not our regular food. Even it's vegetarian, like fried food, bakery products, acidic foods. They don't have prana in it as such. They are like cooked, baked, over fried, deep. So with that, it loses all the prana in it. Yeah, sprouts, fantastic. Why not? Definitely. Yeah, anything that comes in the realm of vegetables and fruits to start with. Then, of course, as you start this journey, you can always go into the micro aspects of food. But on general note, just adding more of the pranic rich food will be so game changing for all of you, right? Is it true that without sun, reducing weight is a big task? Depends. Uh, Food is, I feel, more than sun. Sun is definitely important, but food is the bigger contributor in weight management. It's 70% food and 30% everything else. Please suggest food which can increase digestion power. All this. Yeah, all this with pranic rich food it will make your digestion always better and detoxify your whole system. So it's simple. Let's not make it very complex by putting that this food yes, no. Pranic rich food, food that is close to Mother Earth, does not have list of ingredients in no supermarket food on the shelves. Let's stop that and have what vegetable vendor has, the local vegetable vendor guy, have that regularly. You'll see your life will transform. Simple. And digestion sometimes it's also connected with our moods. If you are living a stressful life, competitive life, jealousy, anger issues, or you're storing a lot of emotions inside, even that can impact digestion. So try to take care of your emotional and mental health as well by doing meditation, yoga nidras, breath work, and see your overall, even if you're making positive changes in the food with particular breath work and meditation, yoga nidras, even digestion can definitely improve. Okay, any other question? All right, thank you. I will see you all tomorrow again for the practice part and meditation. Thank you. Hare Krishna. You want to say thank you to everyone? No? Tomorrow? Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.